Hello, artist friends. Let's create a masterpiece. This is the guided drawing lesson plan for Salvador Dali's Butterfly Ship. Today you will be using blue construction paper and we're going to draw with a black colored pencil, or if you can't find a black, make sure it's dark, like brown or blue or purple. I am going to draw with a Sharpie so that you can see my drawing really good, but I'd like for you to use the colored pencil. Okay, let's begin with our boat. Sometimes when we're drawing something like this and there's a lot of detail, we need to just remind ourselves where it stops and ends. So I would like you all to take your pencil and make a mark. Here's halfway of our paper, so just a little bit below half. I'm going to make a mark here for the front of the boat. And then let's draw kind of an imaginary line and then just go up a little bit and put a dot. Okay, so there's the back of our boat. And now let's just come down and over, and here is where our boat touches the water. That way we just kind of know how to go from where to where. Okay, let's start over here at this point on the left, and we are going to draw a line like this. Then we're going to go down, and then we're going to curve over here. Now before we get to this line, I want you to curve like this, and then straight. Now if you run into your line, it's okay, keep going. It's okay if you run over your dot. That's just kind of a guideline. And curve again, and straight. Okay, now that's the top edge of our boat. Let's draw the bottom edge. So what we want to do is come right here, and we're going to come down right about where that dot is, and up. Okay, we've drawn this front side. Now the great thing about this picture is we can actually see the top of the deck, and the reason why we're doing all these special things and details is because we want this to look realistic. Even though it's a dreamlike surreal picture, it's still realistic. So right here, start at this point where you start at the beginning, curve around, and then just swoop down until you run into your line. So now we can see our deck, and now we have to draw the back part of the boat. So you can see that there's this awesome curved wooden butterfly. So we're going to start at this top corner, and we're just going to curve down and back up. And then let's just come straight down and just across. And then look at this nice curve. So now let's just curve around and like that. Okay, now we've got our boat, and we're going to do our masts next. So a mast is the big pole that holds the sails. But in this ship, there's not white sails like we're used to seeing, but butterfly sails. They're all connected, though, to the mast where the sails would normally be. So let's start in the middle, and notice that they're a little bit slanted. So they're not straight, they're a little bit slanted. So let's draw a tall one in the middle. Don't go all the way to the top. Leave just a little bit of space. And then let's just draw one a little bit in the back. Make that one a little bit shorter. And this one that's more towards the front. Okay, let's draw one more line right here. We've got a nice post coming out there where we can draw a butterfly, and a short one right here where we're going to draw a flag. So one more line. Okay, now it's time to draw our butterflies. Notice that on this side, we just can see the one side leaf on each one and here. And on these two, we see both sides. So first, let's draw our body so we know where our butterflies are going to be. So I'm going to start off with just a head and just kind of a curved shape like that. So we've got two right here. And then I'm going to see if I can fit 3 on this. Now you might be able to fit 3, maybe you can fit 4. You can decide how many to put there. And same with right here. So let's see, 1, 2, yeah, I think I'll just fit 3. And then we have one more butterfly up here. So we've got the head, and then we've got the body that curves around. Okay, now we can draw the wings. So remember, we are practicing symmetry, so the same on each side. Let's do these side ones first, where we only have to draw one part of the body, and then we'll move on to where we have to draw both wings. So notice that with butterflies, the top wing is usually bigger than the bottom wing. So draw a nice top wing out, and your wings can be however you want. You get to design that part. Okay, so those two are ready, and this one over here also, we only see the side version of him. We know that he has another wing behind that's exactly the same, but we can't see it. Okay, now for the butterflies in the middle. Remember that whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side as best you can so that your butterfly is symmetrical or shows symmetry. So the same on each side. So whatever you do to this side, so this time I'm going to try a different type of wing. I have to do the same wing on that side and the same wing on the bottom. Okay, and then we have this last one. Let's make him kind of bigger. Fancy tail, so I gotta make this one just as big and then try to make that the same. Okay, now you go ahead and finish these other three. Okay, artist friends, now that we've all drawn our butterflies, we will come back and do the details in a minute, but there's a few more things that we need to draw for our ship. First of all, let's do these windows right here. And really, they're actually openings for cannons, but they're all shut. So they're just squares. I'm going to show you on this last one how to draw a cannon. Okay, so if you draw a circle and a circle inside, and then just draw a little line. So it's coming out just a little bit. Then I'm going to draw a box behind it. Make this go all the way to the edge. Then while you've got your dark color, you want to color in this top part and bottom part. And then you've got the open window where the cannon would be. Okay, in the back here we have, this is called the rudder. So we're going to draw a line and just a curved line out. That hooks on to where the captain has the steering wheel, and that's how you steer the boat, is the rudder. Okay, now we've got to have the water, so our boat is floating in the water. So first of all, make some waves that come right to the edge of your boat so that it looks like it's sitting in the water. Oh, that looks better. Now it looks like it's kind of deep down in the water. Now we want to do a few of these waves in the front to show movement. The wind is blowing this fast, okay? But you'll notice in the painting, we can't see waves all the way back there. That's because the ocean is so big. If you were to sail all the way over here, you would see waves too. But that's so far away, we can't see them in the picture. So what I'd like you to do now is draw the horizon line. That's where the sky meets the water. And notice how high it comes up there on the boat. So I'm going to start over here on the left. And I'm going to draw over to my boat. And then I'm just going to do an imaginary line. Oh, I think it would come through just about right there. If yours doesn't, that's okay. And imaginary line, and I see it again to the edge. Okay, good. Now we've got our water and our boat, and let's see, we need a few more details. So how about this great checkerboard part right here? Wherever you can fit this, I'd like you to just draw a shape on the side here, and then draw some lines down, and draw some lines across. Okay, and back here, you can do the same thing, or you can draw the butterfly. It's like a carved butterfly, so I'm just going to draw a really simple butterfly, and then I think I'll draw just a couple of lines like that checkerboard. You can't see much of them. Okay, and then for the boat, because it's made out of wood, it will look more realistic if we take some lines and draw them across part of this boat. And even back here, that will really help it make it look realistic. Okay, now what I'd like you to do on your own is add the details into your butterfly wings. And just remember that whatever you do to one side, so if I do a dot here, then I need to do it to the right side. If I do small dots there, then I need to do it here. So anything you do on one side of the wing, you need to do on the other so they stay symmetrical. So I would like you to finish up all of your butterfly wings, and then I'll meet you right back here in our next part. Let's color.